Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame and Cinnamon Sugar. She's up under here. I look a mess, so I don't want y'all to be, subjected to that. And I'm not gonna cut this hair out until the middle of next month. I'm trying to hold on. We're gonna see if that lasts, because it be taking everything in me. Because they ain't gonna take me but a good 30 minutes to an hour tops to cut these out and take them out. And my hair ain't long no more. Oh yeah, I can definitely get through with it and do everything. So yeah, y'all. Anyway, excuse me. Excuse me in advance. This cold air making me yawn, and I'm just like, come on now. Got me yawning like crazy. But y'all know that I was supposed to meet up with the divorced man on yesterday, and we did. We had a great conversation. Y'all don't be understanding. It's just, I don't know why it's so easy to talk to him. And it's crazy because for me, I have anxiety. I will be, even people who I've known for forever, I know I'm gonna link up with them, and then I get this extreme anxiety, and I don't know where that comes from. I don't know why that is a thing, but it is. So I'm just like, golly, excuse me. Excuse me. So yeah, we linked up and we had great conversations. Y'all, wait a minute. I gotta tell y'all something he told me. Y'all don't understand. I was crying. He had me laughing so hard that I started crying. Okay, so there's this guy who, he basically is supposed to be someone who has already surpassed their 90-day probationary period, but he was out more than he was working. But they still basically was like, sir, if you're gonna be on the payroll, we gonna say that you passed. That probationary period is already here, so all right. So tell me why. He gonna tell me. He was like, man, he came out of nowhere one day and he did this gesture to him, and he had never seen him a day in life. You understand? Oh my God. He said, wait a minute, I gotta wait till I get out of this curve, and then I'll show y'all what he did, because I have to use both of my hands to show y'all what he did. Let me get over too. So if I veer a little bit, which I'm pretty sure I won't. This is what he did. And look, wait a minute. Look, I've been trying my best to hold it in and to just say, no, ain't no way. Ain't no way. This dude reminds me so much of the dude that I've been telling y'all about, who owe me money and talking about, basically saying I'm a bad friend without actually saying it, and trying to make it seem like, oh, you just trying to make everything about you. They look the same. I don't know what it is. Not in the face and not in the eyes. I've told y'all, this person, he has a very specific look. That's why the fact that his daughter is the spitting image of him, and he don't look like nobody in his family. Honestly, he got a big family, don't look like none of them, not even a little bit. And that baby look exactly like him, yeah. But it's like the way he do his hair is like him. He tall like him. He's super skinny like him. I don't understand. Every time I kept seeing him, and he's like weird like him a little bit too. So I'm like, yeah, Lee, what is going on? But anyway, he did that to him. He said he looked at him. He said he looked at him like, who is this and why is he doing this? Look, and since he's super tall, you know that if you're tall and, you want your pants to not be high waters, you go to certain places. And so everybody keep coming to me talking about this man. It don't make no sense for his pants to be all jacked up like that and whatever. And you could tell that he is somebody who is outside of work would be into style. You could tell he's into style, or the latest trends or something. So even if the pants are kind of tight, they wouldn't be high like that. I'm like, golly. So I don't know. I'm just like, look, I don't care, because I ain't got to work with him. But anyway, the way he said what that boy did, but y'all don't understand. I can't explain it to y'all. The best way I can explain it is the way that this man explains stuff to me and said certain things to me, coupled with his accent be making it so hilarious. He can be dead serious. It's just the way he said it with his accent. Man, I raised all the way up. It was dying. I could not breathe. I'm crazy, y'all. So y'all gotta excuse me. Y'all probably like, girl, wasn't nothing funny. It was hilarious to me. So anyway, I knew who it was because of the description. So I'm like, yeah, I know who that is. He was like, man, I ain't never seen that boy a day in my life. And he gonna come around the corner and do this. Like, what's wrong with you? But anyway, yeah. So we were just talking about work. Y'all, he's so sick and tired of the job that he has now. He was like, man, I'm trying to come back. I was like, sir, we're not gonna do this. He was reading. He was like, yeah, old girl who done sat up here and went to that, and she training for that, she gonna get a rude awakening. I was like, sir, no. He was like, yeah, she gonna get a rude awakening. This ain't what she want. The money ain't worth it. Like, he went woof. So I was like, okay, so, if you end up actually coming back to our shift, like, are you really gonna come back to our shift? Because your buddy's still on that shift. So if he had to think about it, really, he was like, wait a minute, this heifer is still on the shift. I might have to go ahead and apply for another shift. Because that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, the fact that people left that shift as soon as any job came up there that they were qualified for, they were like, I'm gone, bye. Like, they were done. So I'm just like, golly. I don't trust you. But yeah, people like are not here for her to that degree that they like, yeah, I'm going to another shift to get away from this foolishness. Even if they really weren't on the receiving end of her foolishness like that. Like, there were people who were witnessing the stuff she was doing, and they were just like, you know what? I don't like that. Like, she dogging you, trying to dog you out. She trying to talk crazy to you and all this other stuff. And they were just like, I don't like the way she moving. And I don't know if they're scared that one day she gonna try them or what. But yeah, she just, the side heifer do the most, y'all. Y'all, I really be trying to explain to y'all that she really be doing the most. To that point where it's like, if I'm having a bad day, I feel like certain people, if they were having a bad day and then she ended up being that person that was going to push a button or something, that it was going to be a wrap. Like, for real. Let me turn this off. So, yeah, y'all. I just be wanting my car to be all the way off. My bad. So, anyway, she going to catch the wrong person. I don't know if it's going to be in the streets or if it's going to be at work. But if it's at work, I kind of hope I have a front row seat, because it's like seeing karma unfold on certain people. It's like I decided that I was going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to do the bare minimum when it comes to her. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I'm not going to treat her the way she treat me. But at the same time, there are certain days that I'm not letting it slide. I've gotten to that point where I'm like, you know what? I'm not letting it slide. Like, I've just been like, whatever. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do to cover myself. Like, if we end up working together, I'm gonna go and say the words, I'm going to break, because she that type of person that'll go find a supervisor and be like, well, I didn't know she was going to break, even though she don't tell nobody that when she going to break, and don't say nothing to most people when she just gonna go walk off the line and go stand in the married man's face. So anyway, speaking of, she was able to get out of being at work today and yesterday. And I'm just like, ooh, but if it had been me, though, to have to come in and do what I had to do today, I wouldn't have been able to get out of it. They would have been working the mule out of me. So it is what it is. And so she did sign trying to not come in tomorrow. I don't know if she signed to try not to come in Tuesday, because on Mondays and Tuesdays, we have like an abundance of people, like way too many people. And I'm not signing nothing. That's my normal day. All that I want are my normal hours. I don't want to work over. I don't want to come in early. I don't want none of that. The only time that I was willing to pull a 12-hour shift was when Black Friday happened. And I'm like, well, I don't care about Black Friday. I kind of don't care about Thanksgiving either, outside of the fact that, if I can spend time with my family, that's what I want to do. But I'm just saying the actual history behind it, I don't care about that. I'm just saying. But Black Friday, I don't care nothing about that. I've been already got my Black Friday deals way before Black Friday get there. I'm not worried about, I don't want to work because I want to go catch these deals in the store. Like, so many good deals be happening on Cyber Monday. And, like, there's a deal that happened just, this month. There's one still going on now until, like, the end of July, which I guess is, today, tomorrow, whatever, today. So, I'm like, they be having so many deals on clothes, shoes, electronics. Like I told y'all, I've been seeing so many amazing early Black Friday type deals that it don't even make no sense on stuff like TVs. 50-something plus inch TVs for $99. And there ain't no bootleg or, like, to me, I could be wrong, but like Westinghouse or something like that, and what's that Element, and there are some that are considered to be like the low level TVs that are like cheap anyway. But yeah, it be prices that are like the price that you would pay for a really high up their name brand, like computer monitor, I guess you could say, like small computer monitor. But yeah, I'm here for that. If they have all the TVs that I'm gonna get from now on, they have to surpass 55 inches. If it ain't 55 inches or better, I don't want it, because I want my biggest TV to be in a living room whenever I do get my own home, whether it's me moving in with whoever I'm supposed to be with, or me building my house from the ground up, me moving into an apartment that I actually like. Like, I don't know what I want my, situation to be. What I always wanted it to be while growing up is completely different from how it's going right now. But, things can always be subject to change. So, yeah, y'all. Anyway, that was hilarious to me about old boy. But I don't understand. He was just like, in the world, y'all don't understand. His accent be killing me. So he over here reminiscing. He was like, man, we used to have the best times. I was like, we did. And he was just like, man, I used to have so much fun working with you. Like, it was just so easy. I was like, yeah, it was. It was easy working with you too. Like, I never had no issues. It was always me, him, and my partner. Like, I worked well with both of them. I worked the best with them. So, I don't know. Like, we never had no issues. I ain't never had to look at him like, man, he ain't pulling his weight. So, like, when it came to working together, that was dope. But, like I told y'all before, I was the first person that he told that he was gonna, put in to try to get this other position. And you have to pass an assessment in order to even be considered for it. And he's pretty smart. And so he passed it with flying colors. Like, they were so here for that. But if he does decide that he want to go backwards, so to speak, them people going to be real upset. A lot of people that do the job that he does are quitting in droves. And I'm like, what in the world? He was like, yeah. One of the people who does what he does on my shift, I was talking to him. They work in the same department, mind you. So I'm talking to him, and I was asking him about something that happened. If it wasn't for me, y'all, I swear, it's so many times, like, I'm just like, really, if it wasn't for me, y'all be really in a world of hurt. So I saw something happening that shouldn't have been happening. And the people who make all the money, who got the cameras and all this other stuff to see all of this before it get to me and everybody else that's in the area that I'm in, they didn't see it. So I got on the radio. I was like, so I was just making sure that, y'all were aware that this situation is happening and that y'all are doing, a specific thing in order to make sure that it don't get to where it might go, where it would typically go if it was actually right. Man, 5 seconds later, they started doing what they were supposed to do. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I'm talking about, I just kept saying, what is going on? It just kept getting worse and worse. I was like, all right, now. I swear I can't wait to tell y'all where I was working at when I leave this place. Like, after I've been gone for some time, I'm going to tell y'all going to be like, girl. So, yeah. But, yeah. So, I'm talking to the dude, and he was just like, man, when I came, I saw him signing something. And I'm like, what you doing over there? Because I didn't know if he was trying to leave early or if he was signing up to try to work and volunteer for some extra time. He was like, you know what I'm doing. I was like, no, I don't. He was like, man, I'm trying to get this overtime. I was like, oh, okay. I thought you was trying to leave early. He was like, no, I already did that the other day. I was like, oh, okay. So me, him, and a person that was on, I guess, who was on our shift today. I guess she was filling in for somebody, but she was doing the scheduling today. And so the three of us were talking, and he was just like people cannot handle it. Because I was talking to him, and then she jumped in the conversation because I was like, well, I don't understand what's going on because somebody told me that y'all been quitting in droves. And he was like, who? And I was like, I don't know. And I told him about one person who put in their letter of resignation. They put in their 2 weeks notice. Like, they set it off. They doing it right. Everybody else been like, I ain't coming back no more. Like, just walk away. They wouldn't say nothing to nobody. They would struggle the rest of the shift. That was it. But this particular person, he was just like, I'm sick and tired of my spirit. Like, I ain't know it was going to be like this. The schedule, I'm trying to tell y'all, the scheduling is trash. They already were put on this realignment, and so it's not working. I already told y'all that it's terrible already with them. And people, they're getting down to the last of the people for all 3 shifts who do what I do. So a lot of people were upset because some of the days are gone that they wanted. And tell me why it took me basically threatening old boy who I'm friends with on the PlayStation Network for him to understand, if this particular shift is available, this is the shift you need to take. He over here telling me, no, I want these shift hours. I'm going to be good. I don't think I'm going to be able to get up. I said, I'm trying to tell you, if you don't pick these days at these times, they going to screw you every single time. It ain't going to do nothing but help me out over the weekend because I'm not going to have to stay over because that's what you going to have to do. So he going to come up to me at the end of the day. He was like, well, they came and got me and I ended up signing for the shift you was telling me. I was like, all right then. I'm trying to tell you, you're going to learn. You're going to see somebody else going through it. You're going to be like, man, they sure was right. Because I was like one of the laziest people up in there trying to tell you. What I'm like, of all people. If he even telling you, man, this the way to go. Because they're going to work the mule out of you if you do the other route. If he telling you and I'm telling you, you should have been able to listen to one of us. But the fact that he even jumping in, I'm trying to tell you, it's a lot. Man, tell me why. Me and the divorced man, we still talking. And so, all this stuff was going on. All of the people are he is sick and tired. He told me again, he was talking to me again about how he left. He was just like, man, they just be trying me. They really be trying me, man. I don't care how many occurrences I got. I don't care at this point if I'm on the brink of being fired. They just be doing the most. And they tried to have him. He came out, right? I had went to, I had gone, I'm the breaker. I was the breaker today. So I had gone back because I was like, let me make my, presence known. Went to the meeting and then I came back out. So I'm looking at the schedule. So he just so happened to come around the corner because his shift over with and he ain't have to work over. So he came out. He was like, hey, what's up, baby? How you doing? I was like, I'm good. So he looking at the schedule. He was like, yeah, they better have changed it because they tried to have it where he was going to have to come in on his day off, which is starting tomorrow, both days. He was like, no, they was trying to have me come in. He was like, no, sir. Y'all don't understand the way he say no, sir. Be killing me. But anyway, he was like, yeah, I'm glad they changed that because I wasn't coming. I don't care what they were saying. I wasn't coming. I'm taking my time. So, we talked for a few minutes then. But anyway, yesterday, what else were we talking about? Like I told y'all before, we mainly be talking about work. And so, like, he'll ask me if I knew about certain people. Man, almost everybody he talked about that's new that he's had to have dealings with because he's had to work over a couple of times or whatever. He said all of them trash. I was like, no. He was like, man, that person trash too. Like, y'all don't be understanding. He was like, I had to work over the other day and I kept trying to figure out why this wasn't going the way it was supposed to go. And it was because he was up there. Man, he trash. I was like, oh my God. So, child, it's a mess. What else? It was pretty much the same like it normally is. Mainly talking about work. Y'all, when he was about to leave, tell me why he gonna say, you my baby, right? I was like, I did just like that, right? So he was like, you do know that you're gonna be my girlfriend and then one day you're gonna be my wife, right? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. So he was like, one day you gonna see it. I don't know when, but one day you gonna see it. I'm like, okay. So anyway, that's what happened. Yeah, I got my little rub, y'all. I got my little foot rub and things. Yay. So, but he reiterated how he's never been in a situation where he has been able to fully trust a person to where he comfortable. Like, my place is basically considered to be foreign to him. This is a strange place. And so he said the fact that he was able to fall asleep that last time that he came over, that day when I told y'all he left work, he was so tired his spirit. That man left. He barely told the folks he was leaving. Like, he was like, nope, I'm gone. Bye. You ain't finna get me like that. He came over and we talked for a while and then he went to sleep. And it rained so bad that day. And I was just glad that he was here because his area was like bad off the last couple of times that it rained. Like, it was terrible. Like, I don't even know how his place didn't get tore up. I don't know how his truck and his car didn't get tore up. Like, I don't know how. Like, that stuff would literally happen up the street from him. So anyway, y'all, he just was reiterating that he's never been so comfortable around somebody before. And so I made a joke. I was like, oh, what you thought I was going to steal your wallet? I ain't steal your wallet, though. You thought I was going to steal some money out your wallet? He was like, that never even crossed my mind. Like, that's the thing. Like, usually I'm paranoid and I would, be scared to fall asleep. Like, I just felt so comfortable. It's just so comfortable. I feel safe and just comfortable around you. And I don't think about nothing crazy happening. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, he said that. But anyway, y'all, he had a valid reason. Well, some valid reasons as to why he hadn't been reaching out to me for like the last month. Like, the most was popping off. He was basically, to, make a long story short, he was doing certain things to make sure that his son was living in adequate housing, I guess you could say. Some stuff that was not good was going on and he had to handle it, even though it really wasn't his responsibility, to a certain degree. So, like, he was coming out of pocket, paying for like a whole lot of stuff. It ain't had nothing to do with his house. So yeah, it was just a lot. And so, like, I can respect that. Me, coming from my background of being a child protective services social worker, of course I'm going to be here for you, providing for your child, for you saying, I want my child to be in a safe and nurturing environment. And that's what he was doing. So as long as you are ensuring that your child is not being abused, neglected, and all this other stuff, like, it was a situation, like, something had happened, a water pump had went out and everything, where he was, living there with the mama. And, like, he done bought another water pump. Like, he done did the most. And this is not, these folks ain't no kidding him. It's a lot. Like, I'm just like, he be going above and beyond. And then he be doing extra. And, like, I don't know. He asked me again if why somebody right here? This better not be him. He has the exact same car that he has. That look like him too. Wait a minute. He has a son that don't live like too far away from me. But it looks like him. I don't think that was his car though. I don't think that was him. He had on the same color shirt that he had on. There are times he'll get off work and not go home and he don't have a change of clothes and he'll just have his work clothes on. He had on the same color shirt and everything. Anyway. So yeah, y'all. He was just telling me that he feels safe and all this stuff. And I mean, that's amazing. I'm just glad that his son is in a great situation. His daddy is always coming through, so he doesn't have to be out there like that. And so yeah, it is what it is. I'm always here for that. Yeah. He asked me if I can see us together. He asked me, like, I don't even understand. It's like the fact that he was sitting up here asking me stuff like that. You would think that he would know that I like you. Like, I do like him. I ain't gonna never sit up here and act like I don't like him. Like, there's no chemistry. Like, it's ridiculous chemistry. I don't know why, but it's ridiculous chemistry. And I told him straight up, I was like, of course I like you. Like, I wouldn't want you to be around me if I ain't like you like that. Like, I'm not trying to spend time that I could be doing anything. I could have been asleep. I could have been doing anything but spending time with you. But I'm spending time with you. So I can't believe you even asking me this. So I'm like, of course I like you. And so he was like, oh, okay. Because it's like sometimes I guess he's doubtful. And I'm like, why? Like, it don't matter if I like you. The thing about all of this is that I told you that I've been hurt. I told you that I've been tried and all this or whatever, right? So he was like, well, that ain't me. I was like, listen, I hear what you're saying. Everybody and their mama sets it off, say all of that, only to get with me, and it's like a light switch is flipped on, and they try me. And I'm just like, nah. He was like, man, I got too old. I can't be doing all that. Like, I go to work, come home. I don't barely have time to do nothing except try to get me a little bit of sleep and spend time with my son. So essentially, either way you go, it just seemed like he's still not going to really have time for me. So it's like, I have to be realistic about it. And I'm going to talk to him about that at some point. I'm going to let him know, like, your son comes before me. Your son is number one. And that's the way it's supposed to be. That is something that my ex was very firm on, which you can't help but to respect it. Like, I don't want to have kids because I know that you are going to run to them every single time anything happen, whatever. I'm like, of course we'll put a child before you. Like, what is we talking about? So that's just the way it is, and that's the way it's supposed to be. So, I mean, I expect nothing less. And I told him I'm never, and I had to tell old boy who got the 2 kids the same thing. I told him, I was like, boy, why would you think that I would sit up there and agree to any type of situation with you, knowing how much time you spend with your children? Your children look up to you. They live for you. I am never going to sit up there and take away time that a child could be spending with their daddy. I cherish the moments that I spent with my dad. And I straight up told this man that I got the receipts and everything. Because I told him that, I was like, boy, ain't nobody got time for that. I said, you better spend time with your kids. You better make things right with the mama or whatever you need to do. If y'all ain't supposed to be together, don't be together. But continue to do what you've been doing and show up every day for your children. So, yeah. But, yeah, I already told him that I feel like, well, I already know I'm not going to be where I need to be. I already told y'all that I believe in certain love languages or whatever, and like nobody has ever hit the mark when it comes to what I want in a relationship. And I feel like until his son gets much older, he's never going to be able to like live up to what I want. I just like a lot of quality time. I like a lot of attention from the person that I'm with. I like physical touch and, stuff like that or whatever. And so he tried to tell me that he boring. And so, we'll be in the house all the time and all of that. And so, part of me is like, yeah, I'm here for that. And like he said, he here for it. But at the same time, I'm still young. He like 44, 45. And he is a grandfather. And he's sitting up here and he already acted like he's 75 years old. Like, oh, I ain't doing this and I ain't doing that. And I'm just like, I know that there is stuff that I still want to do. I'm not trying to be crazy, but there are things that I want to do and that I will be doing. And I don't know if he would be the type of person that would be like, okay, even though I'm not into it, I'm going to come. Excuse me, y'all. I'm not into this, but I'll tag along, or, well, leave that up to you and your friends to do. I'll be here when you get back. Because when I'm with somebody, I want to be able to do certain things with them. And I know that I'm not going to be able to do everything with my partner. That's cool. But it's just crazy. Anyway, y'all, we had a great time. It was really nice. We just really had great conversation, actually. And I don't know how that happens. Like, I be on the verge of being like, yep, I'm done, because he didn't reach out. And then all of a sudden he does reach out. And then he sets it off. But anyway, that's the gist of what happened, y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.